DeSales MBA is ranked as a top online MBA program by US News and World Report, there's never been a better time to get your MBA degree. Take classes online or on campus, or try our new Flex format. It combines the best of both, all taught by faculty with deep corporate experience in a wide range of areas. Complete the program on your schedule, with a dedicated personal advisor, GMAT waiver, and tuition deferment options available. To learn more, visit desales.edu/MBA.
Hey, hello, everyone. Game changers. And I'm telling you, we have had some amazing people. And one of my favorite people that I've met in the Valley, an amazing guy with high energy, Juan Martinez of Don Juan Tex-Mex Grill fame. It's so great to have you, Juan Martinez, and your energy. You know, I always say about you, when you're the kind of person, when I see you, I ramp up my game like 10 points because you're so full of life and have so much energy and so much interest in life. And I guess my first question would be, well, first of all, welcome. And I'll let you say hi, and then we'll get into questions.
Well, thank you, Tony, and the Chamber for hosting me. It's always a pleasure and an honor. You know, I'm humbled to be here, and, I'm being part of the community.
You know, when I look at your bio and from where you started, born in the Dominican Republic, came here, I think about 15, 16 years old, a teenager. Let me just start there. That isn't easy, I think, to, some people move to another school within a country. That's hard enough. But that's kind of a tough time and, age. Was it a hard adjustment for you?
Yeah, coming from the Dominican Republic, it was tough growing up. I always look at America because of what we saw on TV. And I happen to have relatives that live here. So I was eager to come to America. Since I was a very young boy. And coming to America was definitely a change, but a change that I was willing to take, from a cultural perspective, from a language perspective, learning a new culture, learning a new language. But I was just eager and grateful to come to America. And when the opportunity came, I was happy just to be in America because of all the opportunities that are here.
When we turn the clock back, how do you feel you're received? That's, a lot of people coming to this country. And I guess what I'm thinking is you have such a good personality and, thank God you're blessed with that. You seem like the type that people would embrace. But was that a challenge, and were you received well in your career path?
Absolutely. I always felt welcome. I thank the American people for opening their arms when I came in as an immigrant kid from Dominican Republic, not knowing the language. People in the community embraced me. To these days, at every of my locations, I have an American flag, a big American flag, just to show the gratitude I have for this country and the people and what they did when I first came to America. I never forget.
Boy, Juan, that really encourages me because there's so much, at least I think from a press standpoint, there seems to be this insistence on division. And to hear you say, having come here and built an incredible life that you have, just the positivity of that is encouraging to me.
Right on.
Yeah, amen. So you get into business and it's been good for you. In fact, I was thinking whenever I go to one of your restaurants and you're there, how much your clients are there for you and the food, because when you walk around, just again with let me ask you, what was your family like? I mean, where did you get this, very positive, upbeat personality?
Yeah, I come from a family of 6. I'm the youngest of 6. So, my father, he was a business owner growing up. My mother was a homemaker, and at home, my mom, she showed her love through food. My father, he's a very positive guy. Him and I have the same personality. Uh-huh. We look at life, the positive things that could happen. And when challenges come, I was always taught to, hey, that's always only a challenge, and it's only going to be temporary. Look at the big picture, because at the end of the day, life is beautiful.
Yeah. When we had given away the chamber during the first stage of COVID, we gave away $250,000 of our money, but we partnered with other businesses, ended up being $500,000. And then thankfully, both Lehigh and Northampton counties, Phil Armstrong, Lamont McClure, allowed us to disseminate their grants. And I really wanted to make sure that we got that money into the hands of, thanks to our people like Danielle Joseph and our diversity, equity, inclusion group, in the hands of minority-owned businesses. And again, first-generation businesses, because to them, $15,000 is that lift up that maybe if you're from here, you have a family member that can help you, that you don't have that safety net or that access. Your thoughts on that?
No, that was a great gesture, because with the pandemic, who would ever thought that we would face something like this in our lifetimes? I mean, I talked to experienced business owners that are way older than I am, that have been in business 50, 60 years, and they explained to me, Juan, I never seen anything like this in my lifetime. So having those resources available for small businesses, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that they were there and people were able to take advantage of that, because they really needed it. And to this day, I mean, there's still some businesses that haven't recovered from it, and they could still use some assistance at that level. So
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because the county, thankfully, through us, started a second round, and I am surprised how needy the businesses still are. We haven't really caught up to where some of the numbers used to be pre-pandemic, so they sort of need that second bump. Juan, you've had a lot of success. What is your? I'm just curious, and I don't ask this, so this sounds like such a standard question, but what is your life and business philosophy? Because I asked that of you because I can tell having talked with you, you're a deep thinker and you have a philosophy.
of course, I think, in business and in life, it's all about how you make other people feel. All right. When you treat people with kindness, when you are there and respectful, you have a mentality of a team player. Our values in our companies are, teamwork, accountability, and kindness. So, it goes both ways as far as personal, in my household, we're a team, my wife, my sons, accountability, we got to hold each other accountable to do the best we can. And that's how I grew up, with my father. He didn't want to hear excuses. He held me accountable to be the best that I could be, and then kindness, right? Respecting people, and treating the way you want to be treated. So that's my philosophy with business and in my personal life. And I think it have come a long way and help us build the little business that we've been creating.
Have you did things turn out better than you had hoped when you came here? I mean, as you said, as a young child, you had a dream. I want to go to America. Was it better than you thought, different than you thought, when you got here, when you look back at your life, your journey?
Oh, absolutely. The minute I came to America, I just knew this is where I belong. I love my country, the Dominican Republic. It's beautiful, beautiful beaches and the sunset and all that. As far as growing and developing professionally, at least when I was there, if you didn't have somebody that works in the government, that was connected with your family, it doesn't matter how bright or how much of a hard worker you weren't going anywhere without that government connection. There's a lot of corruption. And what I found here in America, there's none of that. If you're willing to work hard and go the extra mile, educate yourself in whatever it is that you want to accomplish, nobody's stopping you but yourself. That's the beauty of America. And I always said this, I freaking love America because of that. There's no other country in the world that you could do something like that I know of.
Do you mind if I start the Juan Martinez for President initiative? Do you mind if I get that rolling? I mean, it just motivates me what you say. It makes me almost brings tears to my eyes because it's so optimistic. We hear too much, as I said, too much negativity, and I really appreciate that energy that you have.
Yes, thank you.
So you and your wife Melanie also, to do some good work, have a foundation. Is that what it is, Juan, where you're helping sort of lift others up?
Absolutely. We have, we do a lot for underprivileged children. within our community and also internationally.
Juan, before you get into that, what was in your heart that got you there? Why was that your focus? Could you see yourself in that, or what?
You know, I look back when I was a 16-year-old kid coming from Dominican Republic, and you know, when we were talking earlier about how the American people opened their arms and helped me. You know, that I have people that gave me winter jackets. I came in December. I have no idea how cold it's gonna be when I arrive at JFK, and there were people there waiting for me with winter jackets, people that donated clothes when I most needed it, and you know, people that extended a hand, and it made an impact on who I am today. So I never forget that, and now that I'm in a position that I could possibly impact another child, anytime I have the opportunity, I want to do that because I know how much it meant to me, and I wouldn't be here had somebody not extend that kindness towards me when I was a 16-year-old kid. So that's the way I look at it, and you know, and that drives me. That gives me passion. I want to do more, just so I could do more and help other children. You know, so that's my motivation and my drive with my business and everything we do. So forget about the money. Money will come. It's just how you could impact
Amen.
a child. You know, I remember. I always remember that feeling when I was a 16-year-old kid.
Juan, I want to also say, and I want to thank our friends at DeSales, the MBA program. They have an incredible program, as you know, because you have an MBA from DeSales. That's, I mean, for you to, again, come here and start at that teenage years and just keep working and get yourself an MBA. You want to talk a little bit about, I know education. I guess my point is education, DeSales University is important to you.
Absolutely. You know, my parents always ingrained in ourselves to get educated. They always talk about the importance of education, and that was instilled in me since I was a child. So I came to America, and you know, I got my associate's degree, then I got my bachelor's, then I got my master's degree in business administration, and you know, it gave me a solid foundation to what I wanted to do with my life. You know, ever since I came to America, I was determined to do something, and you know, and I knew the foundation to it all was through getting a solid, good education, and that was, you know, that was my main priority when I came here. And the Sales University really helped me, you know, to think to the next level, right? You know, when it comes to finances, when it comes to organizing a project and putting everything on paper, you know, doing financial modeling, you know, this is stuff that I use every day. Every time I have a project, I put everything on paper. I have a spreadsheet that, you know, I learned in my financial management classes, how to break it down and look at everything, not emotional, but through numbers. And to this day, you know, it has helped us where we are in business and professionally.
Amazing stories, and thank you for that. And again, thanks to DeSales to do an amazing job down there. And I know that's a connection of yours, so
Absolutely.
that's impressive. Juan, I wanted to ask you if you could say anything to a young entrepreneur, particularly young entrepreneur from the Hispanic community or people of color. Your thoughts on this journey you had, and how you, from your perspective, how to get there, how to work, how to claw your way to the top.
All right, there are two things that I want to share, and this is something that a very good mentor of mine shared with me when I was about 19, 20 years old. First of all, don't be a victim, okay? Get that victim mentality away from your mindset. Second of all, invest in yourself, okay? Whatever it is that you want to do carpentry, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a doctor, you know, put in the work and educate yourself. Take the steps that's going to help you get to that goal, and then don't give up. All right, it doesn't happen overnight. You got to be persistent. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be things, you know, within your family, within your community, that are going to tell you, no, you cannot do it. You have to be determined, and you have to have the mindset that, hey, this is my goal and I'm going to go for it no matter what. So that's what I would say.
Wow, you got me motivated. So unbelievable. I want to just bring Lauren Spence in. Lauren joins me on these game changers, and she brings in a perspective of maybe some of our younger people, younger professionals. Does an amazing job at the chamber. So Lauren Spence, you got a couple of questions for Juan, so it's all yours. Fire away.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you again, Juan, so much for being with us this morning. I do have a couple questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Awesome. So hearing your story, Juan, it has been so inspiring. You, as Tony said, you truly are the epitome of entrepreneurship. So, and especially from such a young age. So I'm wondering not only what can we do as young professionals to foster that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, but as a business owner, what can our employers do to do that as well?
So yeah, from a young person perspective, just like I said, Tony, it's your mindset. All right, invest in yourself. All right, invest in whatever it is that you want to do. Just focus, reach out. We're lucky to have tools like Google and the internet, which you could research any topic and become an expert and get enough information to be somebody that have the right knowledge and skills. And then of course you got to put it into practice. And from an employer perspective, I would say continue to foster an environment of kindness, an environment of teamwork, an environment of of accountability, because that will teach the younger up and coming stars that how to be accountable, okay, how to work on a team. And when I'm talking about these things, these are my company values, and this is what I use to help my people that are up and coming become better leaders, become better employees, become better team members. So organizations that have those kind of values, I think they will thrive. So that makes sense.
Juan, before I know Lauren, you have another question, but quick question I want to ask you, and that is about fortitude, or what is the bedrock? When we got into COVID, you're in the restaurant business. There had to be days where you're thinking, am I going to survive this? And that's lonely and challenging. Where do you find your base? What keeps you solid, I guess is what I'm asking in these tough times.
Yeah, absolutely. As an entrepreneur, you got to be able to think on your feet. Okay. When there's always situations that are going to arise. I look at myself, and the way I see myself is as a problem solver. All right. Being a problem solver, I know there's going to be different situations that come up. Do I cringe and just be afraid and cry, or do I get up and face, head on, or what's the issue at hand? When COVID hit, I didn't know, what was happening.
Sure.
I didn't know what the next step, but I just kept an open mind, and every day, I was attentive of what's happening and adapting, adapting to change, and, and trying things. Okay, this didn't work. Let's quickly move and find something else that might work.
Yeah.
So eventually, within 30 days after the pandemic hit, we kind of had a handle of how to navigate through trial and error, and we were able to figure it out and make it through those tough times. So, you just got to be able to adapt and adapt quick.
Yep. All right, Lauren. Sorry, it's all yours.
That's okay, Tony. No, that's actually a great segue. So Juan, you talked about the importance of adapting to change in your business. I'm wondering if you've ever had scenarios where you had to adapt your leadership style as a business owner, and if you had ever received any sort of constructive feedback that was particularly helpful to you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm an open book, and I tell my teams, hey, hold me accountable. It's part of our culture, accountability. And if this is something that I'm doing that is coming off wrong, one of the greatest thing I think that I possess is my ability to listen to feedback, whether it's negative or positive or constructive, and adapt to the feedback that I'm getting. So I have made it my life mission, just to keep an open mind and don't get offended. You know, if I'm doing something wrong, it's okay. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I could only get better, and I could only learn from what other people perspectives are. You know, so it's all right to be told that I'm wrong. It's okay.
You know what? I don't know why, but I was thinking this during the discussion. I think if you would have moved here 10 years earlier, you would have been a tight end on some high school football team. I think you got that athletic. You'd be full scholarship, some football scholarship. I just want to, do you have one more, Lauren, or do you want to, I have one more, but do you have one more that we close out? Or?
Tony, it's all you.
Well, I'm going to let you close out, but I did want to say this to you, Juan Martinez. I could talk to you for the next 5 hours. You're an incredible motivator. You've motivated me. I cannot wait to get moving again. It's just incredible. And I'm thankful that you came to this country and you're part of this Lehigh Valley community. You're an incredible guy, and you're amazing. I love your message, and I thank God for you. I'll tell you what, you're unbelievable.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that.
All right, Lawrence Spence, you can close us out. It goes so fast. You know, it's one thing I don't like about, the world today. We got, 20 minutes, and it goes, with you, it seemed like 2. But again, I guess I said it all. You know how I feel about you. You're an amazing guy. And I thank God that you're here in the States and in our community. Okay, Lawrence Spence, all yours.
Thank you so much, Tony. And it's so true. This interview absolutely flew by. Juan, to echo Tony, your energy is absolutely contagious. Your commitment to the Valley and to this country is so admirable. And we're so appreciative of you here at the Chamber. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, and I want to thank everyone for being with us. This is an incredible Game Changers. I hope everybody sees this. Not only will motivate you, it'll make you feel better about your country, about this world we live in. Thank you again, Juan Martinez. Thank you to Sales for sponsoring, and you all have a great, good job. Yeah, God bless you. That's the way to end this. Amen.
Beautiful. To our viewers at home, we hope you enjoyed this installment of Game Changers, and we look forward to connecting with you next time. Be sure to stay tuned on the Chamber's social media pages for our next episode. We'll see you then. Thank you.